Hey, I'm Russ and thanks so much for tuning in for year-end 2017 real estate market update by Team Russ. Now, this year was definitely an eventful one. We had the election in the beginning of the year, which many thought would dampen the economy. But instead, the Dow soared and stocks went up in prices like crazy. Locally here, this translated to 48.7% return year-to-date for Apple, 33.5% year-to-date return for Google, 48.9% year-to-date return for Netflix, 53.9% for Facebook, and 53.8% for Tesla. Now, with so much paper wealth created here locally in Silicon Valley, it's no surprise that a lot of it spilled over into local real estate as well. Now let's take a look what's been happening here locally in terms of inventory. This chart here shows active and pending numbers for single-family homes and condos over time. Looking at active numbers at the beginning of the year, we see that things started out pretty much similar to past years. It was around 500 active units for single-family homes and a couple of hundred actives for condos in Santa Clara County. Now, January is usually the lowest month in terms of inventory because it's right after the holiday season and not a lot of sellers wanting to move at that time. As we gradually move into the year, the inventory levels go up, reaching their highest around summertime. But this year, the highs were significantly lower than last year. We see here from this chart that they were about 1/3 lower for single-family homes and roughly half for condos compared to last year. Another greatly important trend to notice is that the pending numbers remain the same. Now, if I'm confusing you with all these charts and numbers, let me just say all of this just means that homes are selling a lot quicker than they did last year. There are a lot less of them for sale, and as a result, prices are going up. Finally, you're probably wondering, isn't he going to talk about the biggest topic of real estate that we're seeing today in the news, and that is the tax reform? Of course I will. Let's cover the three biggest changes that are underway. Number one, limiting the property tax deduction to $10,000. Number two, limiting the mortgage interest deduction to $500,000. And three, limiting how often homeowners could move to qualify for capital gains tax exclusions. Currently, you need to live in your home for 2 out of the last 5 years, but the bill proposes 5 out of the last 8 years. If all these three big changes go into effect, it'll become more costly to own and or purchase real estate in Silicon Valley. Let me give you an example. If you're considering purchasing a $1.2 million home with 20% down, with a 30-year fixed mortgage at 4% interest rate, if all these reforms go into effect, your monthly housing expense will go up by approximately $1,100 to $1,200 a month. That's if you itemize your taxes every year and you're in a 40% tax bracket. So we could see some downward pressure on real estate values next year if all of these three things actually pass in a tax reform. All right, this was a lot of useful information, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to post them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I can. Also, don't forget to like our page for future real estate updates and other useful real estate information. Thank you so much for watching. I wish you and your family a very happy holiday season. And remember, Team Russ is here for all of your real estate needs.